Welcome, welcome to the district's ISD 709 Duluth Public Schools monthly listening session. So this is an opportunity for members of the board to invite the community in to share ideas, questions, information, other concerns they might have. And so we are welcoming our community tonight. We begin at 5:33 and our listening session goes to 6:15. This evening we have 4 speakers on our agenda. 3 are present at this time, so we'll start with them and see if our 4th speaker arrives, and that will be wonderful. So again, welcome to our listening session, and I'll turn it over to Clerk Zadowski for roll.
Member Banks?
Here.
Member Dirk Eaters excused. Member Loeffler-Kemp? Here. Member Lofald?
Here.
Member Mike Sells excused. I am present, and Member Williams is excused. Superintendent Magus?
Present.
And Assistant Superintendent Bonds?
Present.
Deputy Clerk Zunich, I see you. Present. HR Director Severance? Present. And Board Secretary Paquette?
This is our listening session, and we make it a priority to have all board members attend. It's not usually to have only 4 members with us tonight, but it is a busy time of year with lots of family celebrations for some of our school board members that have students in our school district. It's also, heavy into the flu season and strep throat. I know I have a number of my grandchildren that are in that predicament right now. So we welcome the fact that we have a quorum and we can go forward with our listening in our school board meeting tonight. So thank you. We're going to turn to read what we read as a way to allow our community to know the expectations of our public comment, and Member Loeffler-Kemp will read our civility code.
Chair Loeffler, do you want me to read the mission and vision too?
Do you have that in your report tonight?
I can review it in my report tonight if you like.
Oh, okay, great. The 11 tools of civility, these we adopt each year as part of the civility project with the Duluth Superior Community Foundation. This school board recognizes 11 tools of civility that will provide increased opportunities for civil discourse in order to find positive resolutions to the issues that face our community. These tools include pay attention, listen, be inclusive, don't gossip, show respect, be agreeable, apologize, give constructive criticism, take responsibility, be honest and care for others, show your evidence, share your reasoning.
And Clerk Zazowski will read the guidelines that guide our public comment.
Yeah, here's some information to know about our listening session guidelines. So if you have handouts for the board, please give them to our school board secretary, Patty, who's right over here. Persons addressing the board will have 3 minutes total. When speaking, the use of names or any information that identifies a specific individual is prohibited, and you will be asked to end your comments. Persons addressing the board may not merge their time in order to allow one person to speak more than 3 minutes. The clerk of the board will start the stoplight timer right here at the start of each person's time. Green means go, yellow means wrap up, and red means stop. When the red light comes on, the chair will gavel you to signal you to end. And in the interest of respect for every listening session speaker, please hold any commentary during the speaker's time until they are finished.
Again, we welcome our community members here to share with us. That was good. My iPad just fell down. Okay. So our first speaker is Otto Johnson.
Chair Loeffler.
And I don't see Otto.
Yes.
It's mine. Yes, Superintendent?
Yes. So I just wanted to reiterate, I know that there are some speakers talking about individuals tonight, and I just want to reiterate that as Member Sadowski pointed out, that we shouldn't be talking negatively about any individuals, and sometimes there are things that happen because of contractual needs and moving of, basically based on seniority, how things happen. So I just want to make sure that we're careful not to be speaking negatively about any one individual in particular.
Thank you for those guidelines for our community members coming to share about different topics. So our first speaker is Haley Osborne.
To start a Christian club that meets in the mornings at Denfeld High School. And thank you. And she's really been able to bond with the community and bring the community together. I myself have experienced hard times, and Miss Madsen was always the first one to speak up and ask if I was okay. She went out of her day to allow me to have the space to be comforted, guided, and felt cared for. She's always put so much effort into helping me navigate things inside and outside of school, and she's always been my biggest supporter at school. She's always been there and been able to have me have a place to speak freely and without judgment, fear, or anxiety. She's always urging me to continue doing my best and look out for the hope and light in my darkest moments. She's inspired students to keep going and do their best and setting goals. She's only ever showed kindness, patience, love, peace, and gentleness, and she's a role model to me and many other students. She's fought for the voices of all students that need to be treated equally and fairly, addressing the problems that teenagers may be struggling with, and she takes action to prevent them from harm and violence, and instead places unity in that place. If the reason behind your decisions are finances, I ask you to find a place for the budget cut somewhere else except for her position. Her role and impact in Denfeld has become priceless, and it should be without a question to continue her work and inspiration in Denfeld. Thank you for your time.
Our next speaker is Katie Kettle.
Greetings, members of the school board. My name is Catherine Cadle, and I am a sophomore at Duluth East High School. Today, I will be talking to you guys about the library at East. The library over the past year has become a vital space to East and its students, and it has been a game changer for us in our education. The library is critical to not only all students, but all subjects as well. The staff that support the East Library have made it, this year especially, a more welcoming space with decorations and signs to encourage students to keep learning. It has now become a space that students want to go to and spend time in instead of a place that they need to go. It's a quiet space that can be used for studying and tutoring. And spending time in the library encourages education, good behavior, and accountability. The materials there are now able to be accessed 5 days a week, which is incredible to us in our education. We can access things online, on databases, in person, and we can go in and ask a question any day of the week, which is incredible with the expertise that the staff has there. Over the past year, I've learned organization, research, and reading skills that I otherwise would not have learned if the library was not open 5 days a week. These skills will stick with me into college and into the real world and with all other East students that have learned them over the past year. And so I urge you to keep the library open 5 days a week, as it is incredibly important to us in our education. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Ty Kriegel.
Okay. Hello. My name is Ty Kriegel. I'm a sophomore at Denfeld High School, and I want to talk a little bit about Lauren Madsen, our freshman counselor. Lauren Madsen has been one of the most supportive people in my life for the past 2 years, and I don't think that I would be where I am today without her. Last year, being my first year in high school, I never really trusted adults or spoke to many adults because I've had a hard time with adults in my life. And one of my friends recommended speaking to our counselor, Lauren Matson. And I think the first time I spoke to her changed my life and helped me with my mental state and being able to grow as a person. Miss Matson has been one of the best staff members in our school, and the way that she expresses herself and reaches out to her students and her freshmen is almost beyond what I've seen any other teacher do. And I've never seen another staff or teacher be able to reach out and communicate and relate to students as well as she can. And that's one of the things that I love about her is her relatability and the way she's able to communicate with us and the way she makes us feel safe as students. And I've never trusted an adult the way that I can trust her. She is very supportive and has been supportive of most of our school activities and our extracurricular events like Dash. And she's just been one of the most amazing people, and I do not want to lose her. But yeah, I don't think that I as a person or anyone will be able to find a person as amazing as Miss Matson. Thank you for your time.
And I'll call again if Otto Johnson is present, entered? Not. Well, right now, that concludes our speakers for this evening. So thank you all for coming. We really appreciate the ideas, the questions, the concerns, the topics that you bring forward to us. So thank you.